Good afternoon, happy stampers, and welcome to my happy stamping studio. This is Judy Anderson with judystamps.com, and today we're going to be making one of our kits. Before the holidays, I shared kits with you guys and at a quick and easy way to create during the holidays because it's such a busy time. So I thought, well, you know what? I don't just create with kits during the holidays. I create with my kits year round. So I am loving this Adventures Awaits kit, you guys. I think it's got some cute um, vehicles in it. And I know some of you just love trucks. Some of you love the little VW type vehicles and then the Corvette. So we're going to get started with this. This is what the front of it looks. This is like what it contains. It makes 9 cards and has 9 coordinating envelopes. For those of you that have never used our kits before, you get this, and then you also get the instructions for each card. Okay, so we're going to go through the instructions, and it shows you what you need. So we're going to go ahead and start with our truck. So with our truck, we need the, I think this is peach pie base. You can choose either side, whichever you want. We're going to fold it. We're going to take our phone folds, or excuse me. Oh, I thought I had to sneeze. And we're going to do a nice crisp fold there. Then we're going to take out our die cuts and figure out which ones we need. And for this one, we need the truck. So I'm going to take the truck out here. Oops. And so we get all those. We get 3 sheets of those. We also get some die cuts that are already punched out that look like this. So we just want to find the coordinating one. And we get 3 of each of those. And let me find the mountain one. I know they're in here. There they are, in the envelopes. So we're going to grab one of these and we are going to adhere that. Make sure your opening is on the right side. We are going to adhere that onto our card front. Now, in the kits, you do receive glue dots and Stampin' Dimensionals, but I have Stampin' Dimensionals and I like using my liquid glue. So that's what we're going to be using today. You can use what you want. I'm going to put this on here, making sure it's straight. You can line it up with the images that are on the card front. An easy way to make sure you have it straight, right? Okay, and then it says we need this cute little tree. And the tree is going to actually cover up this group of trees here. So if you didn't want to use this, you didn't have to. I'm going to actually put it down a little bit farther so you can see that tree, those little trees behind, to give it more dimension. There's some little lines here, which I guess are the road. Just going to line it up there. Okay, now we're going to take our truck and we are going to adhere, I'm going to adhere some dimensionals on this. I want mine to stick up. So you can do however you want. They're showing glue dots here, but I'm going to do dimensionals across it. Yeah, these are so fun, you guys. Exactly. You can add your own elements if you have some, not pearls, but that type of embellishments. You can add those to this. So I'm going to put this right here. This is where our words are going to go. We're going to put this here. Now, the reason why I wanted to raise that up, we next get these suitcases, and we're going to put the suitcases in there, and then we have one of these suitcases. So there's a couple different suitcases to put in, and you're going to put those, and I'm going to put this one flat like it's behind these, but then I'm going to take a dimensional and add it to the stack. I'll put this one right here. Okay, and I'm going to just take one dimensional and put it on this. So that's going to make it appear like it's in front of this one here. There you go. Tuck it there. Only tuck it partway in. So we see that red suitcase. Oops, actually, I'm supposed to tuck it the other way. So that blends in. So see how that adds dimensional there? So cute. And then the words that they have is "Let the adventure begin." And this is a non-stamping kit. So we can go in here and find the "Let the adventures begin." Now, these do come in French and German also, the words, so you can change it up. You know, if you have a child that is in school and taking a language as a subject, how fun would this be? Or maybe you have a friend that is overseas. Wouldn't this be a fun card to send to them? Okay, we've got that one done. Isn't that cute? And I've added that dimension so it makes the truck look even closer. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next one. I'm only going to be doing one of each card. And the next card is this cute vet. Who doesn't love a vet, huh? Okay, and this one also has some packages in it. So it's showing the blue card base. So I'm going to take my blue card base, burnish that score line. Yes, wouldn't we all love a vet? Oh, personally, I like T-birds. Okay, this one's got the city scene. This isn't a country bumpkin, so it's driving through or from the city. Once again, I'm going to line it up with the images on the card front. Okay, next we have this tree. And this is going to go right over here on the side of the road. And it does show that it's extending over that scene outside of that frame. Okay, once again, take dimensionals and add them to your vehicle. And this one is a little bit longer, so I'm going to put 4 because I don't like my images to sag at all when I use dimensionals. If I use dimensionals, I want it sticking up. I want it to look like it's got dimension to it. Okay, I've got my take your pick tool. It's just easier for me to get these chads off and quicker for video purposes. Okay, this one is above the middle line. Put that there. Okay, I am going to stick this on, or these packages on with a dimensional also. And you're going to notice on these packages, they have a little tab light that goes down below your vehicle. Put that there, and it says driving by to say hello. So that one's here. And you could choose, I'm going to choose to raise this one up. You can do, you know what, you get plenty of dimensionals in here, you guys. So add that interest to your cards. Don't just have everything flat on there. Okay. Now, how cute would it be if you had a stamp that had like a puppy dog or a cat in there that you could just tuck underneath there? Wouldn't that be cute? Okay, so we've got that one done. How quick was that? We've got one more to do. And this is a beach scene. These are for those beach people out there. Who doesn't like going to the beach? Okay. This one shows us, oh, actually, this one was supposed to be the lighter one. I'm going to use the darker one. It doesn't matter. Mix and match your card bases, you guys. Have each one of them look a little bit different. The instructions are just a guide. Remember that. Okay, this one we're going to put up again. We need to adhere this beach scene. Okay, once again, lining them up to the images on that card base. Oh, did I forget? Oh no, that balloons are extra. I'm going to actually add these balloons in on, let's add it on this. Ooh, which one do I want? This one looks like it's driving by, so I'm going to add balloons. Add them over here. And I'm going to glue them flat on so that it looks like these gifts are in the front. Now you could reverse this around. You could put your, not your gifts, but your suitcases flat and then your balloons. So they're off to a party. How fun. And you can put that on any of these, you guys. Okay, I want my vehicle popped up again. Can you see how fast these go together? Do your kids like to craft? This is a great thing to do with your children, you guys. They can create, they can have fun, and I enjoy seeing what the kids come up with because, you know, they don't always follow the rules like us parents do. This one I need a little bit smaller, so I'm going to trim it in half again. So we've got some long strips. Don't be afraid to cut apart your dimensionals. We do carry mini dimensionals also, but this is such a thin line, I would probably have to trim those down too. Okay, let's go there. Okay, but we need to add some things to it first. We need to add a palm tree. What is the beach without a palm tree, right? So I'm just going to put a dab in the center here because that's the biggest spot to put some glue, and just a little one. Same thing going down here. Now you might find that the glue dots are a little bit big. So what I do is I roll them between my fingers and add them on. Okay, let's add this right here. They needed a cruise ship back here. Okay, we're going to put these guys on here. These kind of remind me of the Beach Boys and their song Surfer Girl. Okay, we're going to put this up just a tad bit. I don't want so much of that crossbar showing, so just a little bit. Okay, now we have our suitcases, and we can't forget that surfing board, right? What is the beach with it? How many of you surf? Let me know. Or how many of you have tried surfing? That is one thing I have never tried. I did want to try it. Oops, I'm going to have to lift that up just a little bit because it's got to tuck underneath there. Or actually, it doesn't have to tuck way underneath there because we're going to have a surfboard up there. So I'm actually putting it up a little bit so we don't cover it all up. But anyways, surfing is one thing I have always wanted to try, but I haven't. And as I've gotten older, I have decided that that is something that really I probably shouldn't try anymore. How many of you are in that same boat? Dave has to remind me quite often, hey, you're not a spring chicken anymore. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to trim this one just a little bit. So just trimming that off. Okay, now when you put this on, you got to make sure that, I don't know if they call it this on a surfboard, but the rudder is up because we don't want that poking into the car. So this is going to be up, resting on the car a little bit. Oops. I'm going to remove this one. I can glue this on because it's going to overlap the car. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, rub it across, and let's get that on there. Okay, and I bent that up. Let's bend it back down again. Okay, so that's that one. And this one says, enjoy the journey. So now you can mix up any of these phrases as you want. You can put it on any of them. How fun would it be to do one of these when your child goes off to college? Except I think you'd need a lot more suitcases and perhaps some furniture on there. Take a look at your stamp sets if you're a stamper and just use these as a jumping off point, you guys. You can add so much to them. Okay, let me get the rest of my cards back here. Okay, so these are the 3 cards we did, and it took hardly any time, as you can see, and we got 3 cards done. So I always do one of how they intend it to do, how it is intended to lay out, and then I start having fun with them. I switch them up. How fun would it be to have that surfboard sticking out the back of this, have this at the beach instead? So mix and match a lot, you guys, and make the cards your own. So I hope you enjoyed today, and give a look at our stamping kits because they are so much fun, and for adults and children, and for beginning stampers and those of you that are veteran stampers. So until we meet again, everybody, happy stamping.